Hello everyone, my name is Tapa and this is me speaking while editing. I didn't realize how long this video would be, so I had to split it into two parts. This is part 2. If you want the full context, make sure to check out part 1 first. And if you have already seen the part 1, enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan is my favorite thing of all time. And if there is someone who thinks that this anime is not worth the hype, the exit is that way. Okay, just kidding. I understand that we all have different tastes. What I really don't understand is how some people don't like Attack on Titan. At first it looks like a simple action show about getting rid of the Titans. And yes, that's the main point at the beginning, but it becomes more and more complicated. From fighting Titans as the main enemy, it shifts to realization that the real enemies are humans themselves. In every season the enemy changes. It's very political, but it also deals with themes of friendship, love, revenge and many more. Everything you see in the show is explained, but you won't fully understand it till you finish it. That's why I recommend rewatching it, because once you know the whole story, you'll see it from a different perspective. I think AOT has a powerful message. Like I said, I always loved shows that criticize the politics or society in some ways, and AOT reveals the true nature of humanity and how the history keeps repeating itself. Because people don't change. And that's the worst and the scariest part, because there is nothing we should fear except humans. The Untamed. Why did I put this right after AOT? Mainly because both are very political and both has the main character who is a hero that turns into anti-hero. The Untamed has many adaptations, but I really recommend this one, even if fans might not agree with me. Why? Well, it's based on Danmei novel. I actually have it right here. I didn't finish it. But we are talking about the live action. Yeah, so it's based on Danmei novel, but because of the Chinese censorship, this adaptation has probably 0% of the romance. I don't actually mind it, since I am not such a fan of the main ship. Says someone who has the accurate extent of them. For me, the romance isn't that necessary. What I truly love is the story. Speaking of the story, it's divided to two parts, the past and the present. I think there are 13 years between them, not sure right now. Yeah, I think 13 years, but I am not sure if it's in book or the live action, but yeah, 13 years. I love how they handled it in this adaptation. In the book and in the other adaptations, every chapter switches between the past and the present, and I always find it confusing. Are we now in the present? Are we now in the past? I don't know. But in this live action, it's clear. The first episode is set in the present, then it switches to the past, and only when it's everything said that have to be said, it switches to the present again. So what is it about? Unlike AOT, this is more mystery than action, but it still deals, and I'm going to read this because I don't want to forget anything. But it still deals with problems of too much power, how it affects ordinary people, and how propaganda makes you believe that all people from one ethnicity, country, or in this case clan, are the same as their government or leader. Now the question is, are we going to stay silent, or do we become anti-heroes simply because we choose to help innocent people? Am I still talking about the show? Who knows? That's the beauty of it. You can interpret it how you want. Back to the present day, but still in China. The love you give me. Oh my god. The more I think about this show, more I like it. Every time it crosses my mind, I say, this is probably the most feminist show I have ever seen. Okay, some people told me maybe it's not, but for me it's definitely the one I enjoyed the most. I'm honestly surprised that China even has a show this feminist. I don't really know how it works with gender equality in China, but from little that I know, I never thought I would see something like this. Yeah, I already gave you a hint. Yeah, it's about feminism. And there is the thing, in cinematography there are always mistakes when it comes to feminism. Almost every show or movie that is about feminism has a female lead that is physically strong, doesn't need a man because she's independent, and doesn't need a love. Because if she does, that's apparently not feminism. That's exactly why I adore this C-drama. Its main genre is romance, so it focuses on the relationship between the leads, but the female lead never denies love or says that she doesn't need a man to be strong, independent woman. She's a single mom and she's very successful in her job. But because she's a woman, everything is harder for her. And that's so stupid. That just because she's a woman, her life and career are harder? Well, it's funny, right? But that's how the real world works. Some stories criticize system, society, politics, and some make fun of them. Spy Family is one of those. Spy Family. If you ever seen movie Jojo Rabbit, this anime is somewhat similar. But unlike Jojo Rabbit, Spy Fam is not that serious and it's not in our world. It's inspired by a Cold War, but it's in perspective of a small girl. But to make it interesting, more interesting, she has superpowers. She can read minds, and that's how she finds out that her adoptive father is a spy and her, once again, adoptive mother is an assassin. But the fun part, the father and the mother have no idea about each other's secrets. It's really fun to watch, and you fell in love with the main character so easily. I originally started watching it because of the voice actor Eguchi Takuya. When I was watching it, I didn't realize that it's him, or more likely I completely forgot that it's him, that it's his voice, and that is the proof that I really enjoyed it. Waiting for another season, it's really painful. The ex is still silent and the main characters are still children. Hunter x Hunter. And honestly, every time I say out loud that Hunter x Hunter's main characters are kids, it makes me feel so anxious. Hunter x Hunter is long, but really worth watching. Sure, it has some boring parts, but if you skip them, you are not going to understand the next arc. I don't even know how to review this because it's such a disturbing anime, but of course in a good way. I wouldn't recommend it if it's not in good way. It makes you think a lot about what's good and what's bad, but you still won't find the answers. Of course, in some arcs there is a clear villain, but in that arc, the one we are all talking about, the reason you watch the whole thing, there is no answer there, only pain. Both sides become more morally grey and you don't know what is right anymore. One side admits their mistakes because they found love, while the other side seeks for revenge and destroys everything because they lost what they love. Which one is which? Good question. I honestly don't know how to properly review Hunter x Hunter. You just need to trust me. If you agreed with me previously in this video, you are going to agree with me right now, so just watch it. Last but not least, Avatar, The Last Airbender, and The Legend of Korra. I don't want to talk about them as separate stories. I take them as one continuous story with multiple seasons, even though The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra have their own seasons. I don't know if you get me. Both are very great, but The Last Airbender is a little bit better. I think you at least know this show or watched it when you were a kid, and if not, you need to watch it. Like few previous shows, the main characters are children, more precisely teenagers, and like another few series in this list, it's very political and it deals with themes of war. Now that I am in the end of this list and I'm ending it with a political review, it's kind of sad that every or almost every series or movie has main characters as children or young people. But that's how it is. I live in a country where there is a huge difference between young and old people when it comes to politics. And in the end, it's the young people who has to fix everything. And why am I talking about all this? Because Avatar is it like that. Young people who never wanted to responsibility to save the world are saving the world, or at least trying to save the world. Simply because they just can't watch where is the world heading. Some of them even grows to like the responsibility of saving, of being a hero, but in the end it ruins them because there is no way only one person can change the whole world. And yet most people are still relying on the others and doing nothing themselves, just to stay comfortable. Avatar is really relevant to modern days, even though it's a fantasy show. And even if it's very serious show, it is also very funny and very light and easy to understand. At the end of the day, it's supposed to be a kids show. 14 shows and I could still recommend another 10. I could also talk more about the shows that I already mentioned, but I'll leave it for another time. Like I said at the beginning, these are not my absolute favorites. Okay, some of them are, but the point is that I really recommend them to everyone. You should watch them at least once. While I was writing this script and preparing this video, I watched another like 10 shows that I would really include here. So maybe in the future I'll do part 2. Well, this was my first video with concept like this, and I'm willing to continue with it. It's very hard for me to write a review because I am dyslexic and I get really tired from writing, but it is fun. It is fun. Also, I'm not fluent in English, so it's takes me a lot of time and a lot of work to make this as good as possible, but I really enjoyed it and I hope you enjoyed it as well. If you're interested in what I am watching right now or what I watch in general, you can follow me or send me a friend request on mydramalist, myanimelist or letterboxd. Links are in my description. I'm trying to find my people or people who share the same taste as me or same opinions as me and create a small community, or if it grows I don't really mind, I'll be happy. Right now I'm trying to create a small community where we can recommend shows and movies to each other. So if you think I'd like something or you watched this video and wanted to really recommend something, you can leave a comment and recommend some shows, movies, and tell me why you recommend it. So thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed it and see you in next one. Bye.
Leaving me in pieces and then making sure I'm warm.
Kedy stihla táto sviečka zhasnúť? To je otázka, to je otázka, to je otázka.